Hello learners, in this video I am going to talk about the want of isochore. This is our next point from the thermodynamics topic. Here want of isochore, it is a simple equation which dealing with the temperature dependence of the equilibrium constant, what we called it is Kp. In this equation I am going to combine two equations from the same topic, want of isotherm and Gibbs-Helmont equation. These are the two equations what we learned in our previous lecture. So for derivation of want of isochore, I am going to start with want of isotherm equation. This equation is delta G0 which is equal to minus RT ln of Kp. Let's say it is equation number first. In this equation, this is the term what we call the change in Gibbs free energy, but this is the standard change in Gibbs free energy. This is the gas constant R, this is the temperature, and this is the equilibrium constant. Okay, so this want of isotherm gives the relationship between the standard Gibbs free energy change with the equilibrium constant. Here I am going to differentiate this equation with respect to temperature at constant pressure. So on this side, differentiation of the term delta G0 with temperature at constant pressure, which is equal to minus R is the natural constant, so it kept as it is, ln Kp constant, and differentiation of T with T, it becomes 1. Again minus R is the natural constant, and here T become constant, and differentiation of this second term is differentiation of ln of Kp with temperature at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number second. In next step I am going to multiply the temperature on both sides. On this side, if on this side temperature, okay, in next step the term on this left side multiply by T, on this side in first term R multiply by T ln Kp as it is, minus R multiply by T, it become T square, and this term write as it is. Let's say it is equation number 3. In next step, here if you observe this term, it is minus RT ln of Kp, and according to the want of isotherm, this is nothing but the delta G0. So in next step I am going to replace this term with delta G0, and I am going to rewrite the equation number third as T multiplied by d by dt of delta G0 at constant pressure, which is equal to delta G0. This is nothing but the this term is according to the want of isotherm, equation number 1, minus RT square in bracket d ln Kp upon dt at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number 4. Now here at the equation 4 up to here we use want of isotherm equation. As I discussed, I am going to combine the result of this want of isotherm equation with the next Gibbs-Helmont equation. That means I am going to use the Gibbs-Helmont equation. We know that the Gibbs-Helmont equation in standard form delta G0 which is equal to delta H0 plus T into d by dt of delta G at constant pressure. Let's say this is equation number 5. If you see the terms, this is the standard Gibbs free energy change, this is the standard enthalpy change, this is the temperature, and this is the only change in the Gibbs free energy. So if you rearrange this equation, that means we are going to transfer this term on the LHS side, then we will get delta G0 that present as it is, and this term becomes minus delta H0, which is equal to, on this side, temperature that multiply by d by dt of delta G at constant pressure. Okay, this term remain as it is. Let's say it is equation number 6. Now I am going to compare the two equations, equation number 6 and equation number 4. So equation number 6 gives the value of this term, okay, and this is the LHS side of equation number 4. So we compare this equation in next step. Okay, so this term is nothing but delta G0 minus delta H0, which is equal to RHS side as it is delta G0 minus R T square d by dt of delta G at constant pressure. This is equation number 7. Here these two terms get cancelled. Okay, so this minus, so in next step only delta H0, which is equal to R T square into d by dt of delta G at constant pressure. These are the terms that remain. Okay, in next step, here if you observe the equation number 8, we found that this delta H0 under standard condition, that means this is the change in enthalpy under standard condition, it is almost equal to delta H at any other pressure. If you have any other pressure under standard condition, this change in enthalpy, okay, it is equivalent to the change in the enthalpy only. Because of that, I am going to write instead of delta H0 only delta H, because under standard condition this term becomes this. Okay, it is equivalent term. So delta H is equal to RT square d by dt of delta G at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number 9. In next step, I am going to rearrange this equation only. Okay, so under this I am going to transfer this RT square term on this side. Okay, that means here on RHS side only this term remain, which is equal to delta H upon RT square. This is equation number 10. Again, so this is the equation. Okay. Edit करतो चुकलं equation. Okay. In next step, I am going to compare the equation number 6 with equation number 4. Then here in equation number 6, this is the value of this term, and this term is the LHS of this equation number 4. Therefore, I am going to write or replace this term with delta G0 minus delta H0, which is equal to, okay, here delta G0 minus RT square and this term d of ln of Kp divided by dt at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number 7. Now in next step, these two terms get cancelled and these two terms becomes positive. Then we will get delta H0, which is equal to RT square d by dt of ln of Kp at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number 8. In next step, here the change in enthalpy, and this is the standard enthalpy change. So whatever change you observed in enthalpy under standard condition is equivalent to delta H. Because of that, I am going to replace this term by delta H. Why? Because under standard condition the change in enthalpy is somewhat delta H. It is likely delta H. So in next step I am going to replace this term with delta H, which is equal to RT square d by dt of ln Kp at constant pressure. Let's say it is equation number 9. In next step, I am going to just rearrange this equation. So I am going to transfer this term on this side. Okay, so d by dt of ln Kp at constant pressure, which is equal to delta H upon RT square. Equation number 10. Okay, this is equation number 10. In next step, just I am going to transfer this term on this side. Then we will get d ln Kp which is equal to delta H upon RT square multiplied by dt. This is equation number 11. So the equation number 10 is also called as a want of isochore, because it is one of form of want of isochore. Okay, so this equation 10 is nothing but the want of isochore. It is also called as a want of reaction isochore. So this is also important. Now in next step I am going to integrate this side, integration of d ln Kp by putting the limits Kp1 to Kp2, which is equal to integration of this term delta H RT square dt by putting two limits T1 T2. Let's say it is equation number 12. Here the delta H, on this side we have the delta H, we have R. R is the natural constant, gas constant, what we call gas constant. So as it is gas constant, we write outside this integration term. This delta H is independent on the temperature. It is not dependent on temperature. Because of that, it is constant. As it is constant, we can write outside this integration term. So delta H by R, it is constant. Integration of T1 to T2 1 upon T square dt. On this side, this term remain as it is, Kp1 Kp2 d ln of Kp. So if you solve this, ln of Kp limits Kp1 Kp2, on this side this is as it is minus 1 upon T square T1 T2 1 upon T on this is the ln of Kp2 upon Kp1, which is equal to minus delta H upon R 1 upon T2 minus 1 upon T1. Okay, let's say it is equation number 13. Now I am going to transfer ln of base 2 or log base 2 e to log base 2 10 by multiplying 2.303 to this term Kp2 upon Kp1, which is equal to, this term becomes positive when we write here, let's say it is equation number 14. So this is also one of the integrated form of this one-top isochore. This is also called as a one-top reaction isochore. Okay. Again, if I transfer this 2.303 to this side, then we will get log base to 10 Kp2 upon Kp1, which is equal to delta H upon 2.303 R 1 upon T1 minus 1 upon T2. This is equation number 50. Again, in another way, we can write equation number 15 as log base to 10 into Kp2 upon Kp1, which is equal to delta H upon 2.303 R multiply by 1 T2 minus T1 upon T1 multiply by T2. Let's see, it is equation number 16. So equation number 14, 15 and 16, these are the forms of or integrated forms of one-top reaction isochore. Okay, so what is the use of this equation? Here we will get a value of equilibrium constant, one of the equilibrium constant at particular temperature by using delta H. We are going to calculate. So this equation is used for calculation of equilibrium constant at particular temperature if we have the value of the delta H. Okay, this is the application of this one-top isochore.